Lexington will receive $120 million in American Rescue Funds, and this presents an extraordinary opportunity for our city. The City of Lexington will invest an unprecedented amount of funding into our community using federal rescue funds. We want our residents to help us prioritize this funding, and we are asking you to tell us what matters most to you. This quick video will provide a basic overview of the American Rescue Funds in Lexington. As noted, Lexington will receive $120 million in federal rescue funds from the American Rescue Plan Act in response to the coronavirus pandemic. These funds are to aid in economic recovery and to ensure growth and equitable recovery from the pandemic. The Council and Administration are committed to full transparency with the use of all funds and to ensuring equitable fund distribution across the city and its populations. The Council and Administration have worked together to identify our city's top priorities. Our highest priority will be projects that have a direct impact on vulnerable populations and those impacted the most by the pandemic. Additionally, projects that are a one-time cost and have no ongoing costs, or projects that produce savings or increased revenue in the future will be of high priority. And lastly, we encourage projects that lead to economic opportunity, make an impact on our physical infrastructure, or make an impact on our social infrastructure. A broad range of opportunities are possible with ARPA funds. Below is a list of the funding categories, which are not listed in any priority or weighted order. The categories are: Number 1, community health, wellness, and quality of life. This may include investments in physical and mental health programs, investments in social services, food insecurity programming, funds for community facilities such as community centers and recreation facilities, and incorporation of sustainable green infrastructure. Number 2, critical city services, employee retention, and facilities, which includes city-provided services such as waste collection, streets and roads, capital improvements that enhance the City of Lexington's continued support of the community, funds for dedicated staff to process ARPA funds, cybersecurity upgrades, and additional support to City of Lexington employees who bore the greatest health risks during service delivery to the community throughout the pandemic. Number 3, economic recovery and growth. Projects specific to this category include small business loans, initiatives supporting entrepreneurship, assistance to sectors directly impacted by the pandemic, efforts to increase job creation and readiness, access and employment services, financial empowerment programs, broadband investments, agricultural initiatives, and tourism. Number 4, equity-focused services and partnerships, including programs and support tools for citywide partners serving the vulnerable populations and those affected the most by the pandemic. Category 5, growing successful neighborhoods, which may include projects for affordable housing, housing rehabilitation programs, infill and redevelopment grants, commercial corridors investments, civic and infrastructural investments including utilities, streets and roads, trails and parks and other public spaces, improved connectivity and integration of alternate modes of transportation, and accessible and aging-in-place facilities. And the last category, number 6, harm prevention and public safety, which may include programming and capital investments to improve public safety programming and facilities, violence prevention initiatives, equipment and staff support, and code enforcement. Please note the types of allowable projects that were just described is not meant to be an all-inclusive list. There may be other projects that fall within these categories that should be considered, and that's where you come in. We need you and all residents of Lexington to help us prioritize this funding. Now through August 27th, an online survey will be available for you to indicate your top priorities and project types. Please submit your response online at lexingtonky.gov/ARPA. You may also use your smartphone's camera to access the webpage using this QR code on the screen. This is a short survey that will help us understand our community's priorities. Please log on today and tell us what matters to you most. We also want to hear your big and transformative project ideas. In addition to the online survey, now through August 27th, you may submit project ideas. using the provided form. You should explain the project idea as best you can. You will be asked to indicate the type of project and which category it would be listed under, provide an estimated project cost, if available, the project location and description, and identify what problem the project proposal attempts to address or area of need it focuses on. Please submit your response online at lexingtonky.gov/ARPA. You may also use your smartphone's camera to access the webpage using the QR code on the screen. So please submit your big ideas today. So what's next? Be sure to visit our website to respond to the survey and to submit your project ideas. If you don't have access to reply online, there will be paper copies provided at council and mayor-hosted community events. Please fill these out and return the hard copies to city representatives at each of these meetings, or you may drop the completed forms at the Government Center lobby or at the designated drop-off location within your council district. After the online survey closes, all responses will be reviewed in September. This may take a bit of time. We already have received a great number of responses, and we look forward to getting more. All input gathered will be provided to Council and the administration as an ARPA spending plan is developed this fall. As we've already stated, this is an extraordinary opportunity for the City of Lexington, and we need you to help us with this plan. So please, use your smartphone's camera to access the QR codes above, or visit lexingtonky.gov/ARPA, and please respond to the survey and submit your big project ideas at these websites. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.